morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday, September 16th. It is my late husband's birthday. So, happy birthday, Brad. So anyways, sorry about yesterday evening. Suzanne had, it wasn't an emergency. She didn't say it was an emergency or anything like that. It was just a family event that happened that she was just not able to do the live yesterday, which understandable, completely understandable. So here we go. I'm going to do something a little different and unique. Is that I'm going to do another spread, kind of a spread, and you can kind of see it. I'm going to either put it up over here or over here on my video so that you can follow along with me a different spread. But I'm going to do Pence's wife. I want to know how she is feeling about the whole situation, because Pence is really, he's just on board, right? He's just on board. He's good to go with whatever 45 does. But I want to know what Pence's wife is thinking. So I have a spread that asks different questions, and I'm going to use my tarot with keywords. Let's see what they think, what she thinks. Often wondered. I don't know if I've ever read on her before. I can't even think of her name. Somebody will remember her name. All I know is it's, Demon number 2's wife. That's what I know. All right, so we have number 1. And then we have number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Okay, so the first question with number 1 is, how does the situation appear from the outside? How does the situation appear from the outside? Now, this is asking on Pence's wife. So it looks like betrayal. It looks like she's watching it. She doesn't agree with everything. How it looks on the outside. So she is concerned about her reputation. She is concerned about how other people are looking at her husband and her family, because it looks like betrayal. It looks like heartache. So the second question is, what is the unseen truth on the outside? The down-to-earth and motherly. The unseen truth on the inside. So this right here is the Queen of Pentacles, which is down-to-earth, motherly, creative, business-like, financial responsibility. She knows her husband to be this. And she knows her husband to be that warm-hearted, good man that she married. So the 3 is the unseen elements are at play that I am ignorant of. This is the 5 of Wands. Now the 5 of Wands is looking for assistance, planning, seeing the big picture. So these are the things that are at play that she's ignorant. She cannot see the big picture. She's in it too close. She's having a hard time looking past what her husband's saying. She's just in the thick of it. And it makes her, she's ignorant of it, is the word that comes up, is ignorant of it. But what is the number 4? What element is in my favor? Heartbreaking conflict is in her favor. Now, this doesn't make much sense other than it's in her favor, like spirit is yelling and screaming at her heart and in her inner wisdom telling her that this is not right. This is, you have to say something. You can't go along with this anymore. That's what, this card is talking about. I have a dog that is sneezing. Sorry. Then we have number 5, which is, what actions should I take now that I see the truth? 8 of Wands, fast movement, progress, action, sudden change. What she should be doing is telling her husband, knock it off. This is enough. We can't go on like this. He is ruining us. He's ruining you. He's ruining the Republican Party. It is absolutely crazy. That's what she should be doing. So now I'm going to do his aides, Trump's aides. I want to read on his aides and see how they're doing and what they're feeling like. These are the things, these are the people behind the scenes that we very rarely get any, reading action. So we have, we had Pence's wife. Now we're going to do Trump's aides and see what's going on with them, how they're feeling, what's going on, and what they're doing. 3, the moon, the cup, and the 8 of cups, huh? All right, let's see what we got. Let's read on crisis right off the bat. This is how they're feeling, this is how they're working, this is their work environment. It's just crisis after crisis after crisis with Trump's aides. They feel like they're in a war zone. The pain and the suffering of being Trump's aides. This is what goes over them. The pain and suffering of being a Trump's aide. Of course, they're doing it for the money. That's the only thing that's keeping them there. It's like anybody that goes to a job like, okay, I'm here for the money, and that's all that they're invested in anymore. It's almost like Trump had ripped out the love of their job, the love of the passion that they had for doing what they do. They have literally ended up being just for the money. What hangs over top of them? They're not being paid what they're worth. They're not being paid what they're worth in all that they do. Coming into the situation, happiness and achievement. They thought that they were going to be able to get into that job and everything was going to be wonderful. They were very excited. They were happy that they were picked. And they just kind of thought everything was going to be like hunky-dory and wonderful coming into the situation. But going forward in the near future, results from the past efforts. That's interesting. Is there a whistleblower in Trump's aides? Are they talking? Because that definitely, sudden gain in investments and taking stock and a milestone, that definitely talks about financial hardship. I think it is. I think this is talking about a whistleblower coming from Trump's aides. Somebody's talking because they're worried about being fired. I've kind of honed in on one or two of his, or all of his aides. Maybe they're all talking, but they're all worried about being fired. They're all worried about losing their jobs. The hermit, the isolation, reflection. They are they are sitting back in the corner and they're just probably talking amongst themselves. I cannot believe what's going on. This is not right. Somebody's got to say something. We can't keep on going like this. This is them. And they're hiding. They're trying to just stay out of the way because they're in rapid fire with him. He probably abuses his aides more than he does anything else because he probably treats them like servants and slaves. Their craftsmanship, 3 of Pentacles, teamwork. They're sticking together, teamwork, trying to get through it. I think somebody's talking. If they're not all talking, I think somebody's talking. They're all talking. A couple of them are talking. It feels very much like there's a whistleblower or somebody talking from the aides and giving out tons and tons of information of what's going on. Because they're doing teamwork, like I'm not going to tell on you if you don't tell on me type of thing. The teamwork that they have. Final outcome, defend your territory. Defend your territory. This probably has a lot to do with how 45 treats them. Defend your territory. On that, the outcome, on what they're trying to do. But this really does feel like a whistleblower coming out of Trump's aides. Somebody's talking, or all of them are talking. Because the tower moment is what they're afraid of. And we have the 11th and the 12th card, which is boundaries, defense, defend your boundaries. And they are being abused severely through 45. And then we also have collaboration. So yeah, it's almost like them against him because of how he is treating them. That was very interesting. Okay. Trump's aides. Now we have campaign managers. The campaign manager. I want to do I don't remember his dang name. Y'all want his name? Google it if it's really important. But I can't remember his name. But I wanted to do a reading on Trump's campaign manager and see if he's struggling or if he's having any problems with 45. See what's going on. What's going on with Trump's campaign manager? How is he faring? Friendship. He's friends with 45. Fast movement. He is trying to do all he can to present a good campaign. Fast movement, getting it forward. Generosity and charity. This is generosity, being paid for what he's worth. He's being paid handsomely for his work and what he does. Suffering and worrying. But that's what is over top of him. That is what burdens him. This is what everybody sees is his worry about the whole situation. Ten of Pentacles coming into the wealth and happiness and achievement. He told 45, I can do this. This is good. I can do this. I'm really good at this. I can help you through that. I can show you the way. Near future. The future unveiled. The High Priestess, the future unveiled. I guess that is his idea of the campaign, is trying to get him to unveil what the future is going to be. I doubt that happens very well. Achievement of first stage. Achievement of first stage. Actually, they are doing very well. Born leader. His campaign manager is thinking he's doing very well with 45. They are getting along pretty good. The Sun, success, happiness, and prosperity. They really do think that they're doing an excellent job. He does. With 45. New ideas, mental clarity. I mean, he has some good goals. He has some good things going on. He really does think that he is getting his campaign back on track. So, moving on to new waters. But his anxiety and all that, the 11th and 12th is the juggling the finances and the demands. Juggling the finances and the demands. They don't have enough money. And the Six of Swords comes up. We're moving on to, calmer waters. They're moving on. And, of course, the Hangman comes out. So, in all, Trump's campaign manager think he's doing very well, but he worries because he doesn't have enough money to do what he needs to do. Gosh, I feel so sorry for him. Yeah. I wonder who's taking the campaign money, mister, so that you can't do your job. Have you ever thought of that? Okay. I was just curious on Trump's campaign manager and see how he's faring. Let's see. Let's do 45. I want to know what stress is doing to Trump's body. All this stress is doing to Trump's 45's, the demon's body. Then we see if we can draw out his mental state today. I was watching a few clips where Trump was doing an interview. I forget the guy's name, but they had a lady up there, and she was talking about how her disease and she needs her medicine, and how Obama set her up for success, and what are you going to do about it? And Trump just tried to really spin it like they're not going to do that. And they kept on asking, when's your plan coming out? Because I've been talking to you for a while. You said it's going to come out in 2 weeks. And he couldn't get away with it. He didn't have his rally to cheer him on when he spewed lies. All right. So let's do, what does stress do on the demon's body, 45's body? Right off the bat. The Tower. It is tearing his body up, limb to limb. The stress is taking him down. It's going to be fast and a heart attack again. Okay, guys. I don't know if you see this. This is like current, past, and present. So current is the Tower moment. What stress is doing to his body. The past. The recent past is fast movement. It's really taken, and then we have the heartache. Now this could be this could be a whole bunch of things: heartbreak, conflict. The pain. It's causing him a lot of pain. It can be a lot of things, but this is what stress is doing to 45's body. So now I want to see is the stress on 45's body going to be a factor in his re-election? Is it going to be a factor in his re-election? Do current. Oh gosh, see? You saw me shuffle and all of that. This comes out again, current. Strength and balance and diplomacy. Attraction, relationships, emotions, choices to be made. King of Cups and the Lovers. Heartache. So this feels like the doctor is showing up. His body having lots of problems for his re-election. But doubt. Doubt comes in. Doubt. Because all the way down here, attraction, relationship, commit or not, and doubt. So that's at the bottom of this card is doubt. So that was very interesting to read that. It's a little but yet it's a factor. It's going to produce doubt in his him being president. Or it already does. All right, let's do into his mental state. Let's go into a 45 mental state of mind. Let's go into his mental state of mind. Two of Swords. Difficult choices. Difficulties. Difficulties and choices. Two of Swords. This and that. This and that. This and that. That also can represent his Gemini mind. Always that dual decisions. The Nine of Pentacles, which came in inverted actually. So lazy, bored, set in their ways. Lazy, bored, set in their ways. That's his mental state of mind. The World and Justice. Defending the territory. Strength comes in again. Creative inspiration. The Ace of Swords cutting through the truth. The Magician and the Seven of Wands. Boundaries and defending his territory. Boundaries and defending his territory. 45 thinks he has a lot of strength in this. He thinks that he has creative information. Your cup runneth over. He really thinks the new ideas, his mental clarity. He really does. But the Magician shows up. So he thinks that he's this, but the Magician shows up saying it's an illusion. And he knows that it's an illusion. It's an illusion. It's absolutely an illusion. And that's the reason why he keeps on having to defend his territory, because he keeps on spewing the lies. Now my curiosity is, have you ever met somebody who believes their own lies? This guy really does. He thinks that he can change the information, change the narrative as many times as he wants, and he can make everybody else do what he does. He is crazy. He thinks everybody else has the mental capacity of him. He can't imagine anybody else being smarter than him. He really can't. He can't imagine it. He can't understand it. The Three of Swords comes up one more time. This is the third time with 45 that the Three of Swords has come up. All right. Anyways, a little bit of insight. The deterioration of our president ordinarily would be upsetting, but in this case, he brought it on himself. All right, everyone. Thanks.